Hi there, Andre here from Peak Motorcycles. This video is my introduction to EICMA 2024. If you've never heard of EICMA, it is a large motorcycle show, I think the biggest in the world, and it takes place at Fiera Milano in Milan every year. For 2024, it's going to take place from Tuesday, November the 5th, and I will be there on the 5th and the 6th, getting as much filming done as I can and then editing day and night until everything is up on the channel. So if you've never seen my EICMA coverage before, I don't really cover specific news stories. There are plenty of channels and media publications that cover that, and I really can't compete with them because it's just me and I just don't have the time. So instead what I try to do is to show people as many of the new models as I can in short 5 to 7 minute videos from each stand. Now if you look in the description for this video, you'll see the list of stands that I already plan to cover. Take a look through that. If there is anything that I've missed, please ask, either add it in a comment on this video or drop me an email to admin@peakmotorcycles.com and I will try and do it. If you let me know after the 6th, there's nothing I can do because I won't be going back to film after that day. So let me know before the show if at all possible, I will include it in my coverage. Just want to talk about a few bikes that may be there this year. First up is the new KTM 390 Adventure. There's been a lot of speculation about when that will be coming and perhaps we will see that at EICMA this year. Ducati will be there. They don't launch new bikes at EICMA anymore. They do them typically 10 a year, 1 week apart, all online, all digital, but it will be an opportunity to see the new ones. I think the recent bikes they've announced have included the new V4 Multistrada and also some updates to the Ducati Scrambler range. Royal Enfield always do a big launch. Last year it was the Himalayan 450, the year before it was the 650 Super Meteor. So who knows what we're going to see this year. There have been lots of rumours around maybe an electric motorcycle. I've seen some great pictures of a girder fork in front of a teardrop tank. Maybe we'll see the 650 Twin Classic, perhaps, one more use for that. Or maybe another use for the 450, the water-cooled engine that's in both the Himalayan and the Gorilla. Aprilia showed their new 457 sports bike last year, and maybe there'll be a roadster based around that for this year. BMW haven't been at EICMA for the last few years, but again, they will be there this year. I think they're probably going to be showing the R1300 RT, their new long distance cruiser. And I'm always slightly hopeful that there's going to be a new version of the HP2 Enduro bike based around a Boxer. They've been doing a lot with the R12 platform, which is what was the R9T. So, who knows, maybe we'll see an R12 Enduro. There have been some spy shots on the internet, but I'm never sure how real they are. Last year, the CFMoto video was the most popular video I did. This year, they have a few things coming out which I'm interested in. One is the new 850 MTX, which is a more adventure off-road version of the 800 MT, which is, I think, very similar to the KTM 790 Adventure. They also showed their new 675 triple engine last year, and I'm thinking that might be in a sports bike for this year. I think that's already been announced somewhere in the world, but I've never seen one. It would be great to see one of those up close and in person. We haven't had anything like that since the Triumph 675 Daytona here, so yeah, that should be pretty cool. Who knows, maybe there'll also be a roadster based around it, a lot like the Street Triple. Harley Davidson brought out their Pan America a few years ago, and there have been rumours of a smaller capacity, probably also a V-twin, maybe even liquid cooled, but if there's a smaller Harley Davidson adventure bike, then that might be interesting to see. I did quite like the Pan America. Wasn't really for me, but I think as a first attempt after a life of building cruisers, I thought it was a pretty good first go. Haven't heard much about Honda. They've had a few press releases out around some new colorways and a few facelifts for bikes. I saw some shots of what might be a CB1000X, which looked a bit like an adventure bike version of a CB1000. A road bike, detuned Fireblade, but with the comfort of an adventure bike. I did also hear that there might be some updates to the Transalp coming, perhaps an updated dash just to try and bring it up to the other models in that class. Haven't heard much from Kawasaki lately, but there were some rumours about a Versys 500, so maybe one of those will be available. Moto Morini showed a few really interesting bikes last year. I loved their Corsaro Sport based around a new 750 V-twin platform. I think they're going to have the X-Cape 1200 on show this year. That's going to be coming to the UK in the near future, so it'd be nice to see something new in that 1200 segment, especially how it's going to be priced. Last year Kove showed their 450 inline 4 sports bike, and I think there might be a roadster based around that. Now, I think that's a really interesting engine. Super sports bikes have been getting faster, more expensive, and there's just not that many places really where you can use them. Most of the speed limits around here are 50 or 60 miles an hour, so you can lose your license in any gear. But having an inline 4 450 that's just going to scream, I don't know, that sounds quite fun to me, so I'll be interested to see what else they've done with that platform. And last but by no means least, Yamaha. So I'd heard that there might be an update to the Tenere 700, maybe a facelift, maybe something a little bit more. Also, they will have their new R9 sports bike. Now, I tried the R7 when it came out, and I love that engine in the Tenere. Didn't really do much for me in a sports bike frame in the R7. However, I love the 900 triple, and I've ridden the Tracer 9. I spent a couple of days on an XSR 900 up and down Highway 1 in California last year. And yeah, I think that engine is a peach. I think that will go really well in a sports bike. They did show their XSR 900 GP last year, which for me was one of the bikes of the show. I just loved it with that fairing, those sort of retro looks, and the fact that they're finally taking the plunge and putting it into a super sports. It can only be a good thing. So that's it for now. I'll probably do another video just before the show starts from Milan with any additional news that's come in as another reminder to let me know if there's anything you want me to look up. But otherwise, that's it for now. There will be some other videos coming on the channel, I hope, and I will see you in the Italian sunshine. Thanks for watching.